gorgeous. Be ready on really cold days and nights so that I don't freeze to death. All the way to the ground. So that goes down all the way, and Mr. Buddy comes in 2 sizes. There's the portable size and there's the Big Buddy size. And he told me I should get the big one, but I didn't want the big one. I went with the little one. Partly because it's really crowded in here with a dog and me, and if I have guests over, it's really, really crowded in here. So I didn't want to be tripping over it. So this is the portable Buddy. It says it heats up to 200 square feet, and I love it. I love it.
There we go. So one thing that you're going to notice when you go drive through an RV park, especially in the winter time, is you're going to notice these RVs have little skirts around them. And what a skirt is it's basically insulation for the bottom of your RV. And that does 2 things. It keeps the warm air in, and it keeps the wind out.
Want to mount your D2 heater. One of the most common places that I've seen is underneath the passenger seat here in this little compartment, but you don't have to put it there. It's meant to heat the cargo space area, so I've seen people put them in other areas, kind of in the back of the van, if that suits their setup a little bit better. A couple things to keep in mind is that, one, it needs to be mounted on a flat surface. So when I say flat, something that has no dips and valleys. Doesn't necessarily mean level, because your van is never going to be completely level. And then you also need to have enough clearance in the front area here and the back here. So if your floor dips up, you want to make sure that there's enough clearance right here. So this is the front part. This part gets really, really, really hot. This is the back part, and you want to be able to take this off. And this is a little service lid that pops up. So you want to make sure that if there's ever any time that the heater itself needs to be serviced, that you have enough area around the back of the heater to be able to do
Welcome to the coldest house on the face of the earth. This thing gets so cold, I don't even know how to explain it, but we're doing our best to make sure it stays okay. And you wonder how we live in our van in this condition? We're going to show you.
Check it out!
We're going to show you. First of all, let's get all the snow off this gosh damn awesome car.
And get inside, because my feet are freezing!
So the best thing in winter is the baby wipes will become your best friend, because there's no way in hell I'm going outside to wash this with water. There's no way. There is snow out there, so I'm going to use a baby wipe for everything.
If something is good for babies, why shouldn't it be good for dishes?
Exactly. First thing, heater number 1, the gas cooker. It has fire. It keeps you kind of warm. Like sometimes just act like you're making a cup of coffee or a cup of hot water and it warms you up. Just, you know, I like to imagine these things. What keeps us warm? We use the Mr. Heater Buddy. He's pretty cool. So you have to use a 1 pound canister. Has this little plastic thing on top. I always try and put it back on because I am always paranoid that gas is going to leak out.
Yay, finally! Ooh, hello heat!
That's so good.
The most heat actually escapes through the windows, because if you feel here, the windows are freezing cold. It's like a house, right? Like if you don't have double glass windows, it's just freezing cold. That's why we have
this stuff here.
That's it.
Is pretty much lining our entire van. And then to fill in all the gaps, we've used insulation tape, but this is a bad example.
We used more of this black stuff over there. We have to still cover it with wood, but we used that stuff.
Silicone.
Yeah.
Black silicone. So what we've done is we've put a red carpet down here. This has probably been one of the best investments we've had. So when we're outside having snowball fights, or when it's just cold and our feet get really dirty and muddy,
Or when we're snowboarding.
or when we're snowboarding, we just leave our shoes that we're using at the time here. Then that way when it dries, we can just throw it out the door. The other cool thing is that we got this fixed here. We used to have a wooden rod to hold it up because it never used to stay up. But in our last mechanic, we fixed kind of everything. We asked him to do this for us because I have no idea how. But this is awesome. So when it's raining, like it kind of is now, or when we've just gone snowboarding, we can wedge this guy up here. That way we can get changed out of our really cold, wet gear, can store it in. Usually in the back here we have waterproof things underneath here. We'll line that up, throw all our stuff on there, and we can enter from the back or just run in from the side. But this is the best. It is awesome. Goodbye. I'm back. It's a bit wet outside, so I'm just gonna stay here and enjoy all that heat coming out from the van.
Awesome, I'm getting cold.
Thank you, Sophie. It's actually really, sitting
Goodbye.
here, it's really nice.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, it's cold. Okay, keep the heat in.